The Republicans just within the past couple of days have unveiled a tax plan. Some centrist Democrats are folks that the administration would like to work with. Is this tax plan, as the proposal that has been put forward, the framework, a non-starter for Democrats, Mr. Chairman?
Well, this is a massive break for the 1% at the expense of everybody else. This is going to blow a hole in the federal deficit. This is trickle-down economics again. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that the middle class has
but is it a
fair
non-starter?
shake.
Could any Democrats get on board with portions of this bill?
Well, right now, I mean, when you eliminate the estate tax, which only affects a percentage of the top 1%, that's a massive tax break for the wealthy. When you look at the impact of what these proposals are, middle class families are going to face tax hikes under this proposal. And once again, like the health care bill, it was done in behind closed doors with no input. And you know what? That's not how to run a railroad. That's why the health reform bills failed, because they were flawed from the beginning. That's why tax reform is stumbling out of the block, because this isn't tax reform. These are tax breaks for people who don't need them. The top 1% don't need another tax cut.
But according to the plan, and a lot of different groups have crunched the numbers, but essentially, yes, the low-income bracket would see an increase from 10 to 12%, but it'd be offset, the folks argue, by doubling the standard deduction, by child tax credits, breaks as well. But on the issue of the corporate tax reform, I mean, you look at the numbers, the Nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office has crunched these numbers. You've seen them, I'm sure. I mean, does America really need to have such a corporate tax rate in order to be competitive in the world? We have one of the highest in the world.
Well, what I really admired about one CEO recently was he said, I'd rather have the DREAM Act passed than having tax reform. That would mean more to my business than having tax reform. And, that I admired that. And again, there's a group of very wealthy people in this country who have formed a movement called Not a Penny More. And you know what? They're right. Rich people don't need another tax cut. And when you crunch the numbers, when you look at the overall effect of this blows a major hole in this federal budget. Yeah. And then they come back and they'll say, well, we really can't fund Meals on Wheels because we have a budget deficit.